Hello everyone and welcome to episode 102 of the WMMA 5 series here on the channel, as it is Bushido Osaka 7, Sergi versus Nogueria 2, as it's just kind of funny how that works out. We just had one of the biggest MMA heavyweight fights of all time in real life here, and how we're going to have one as far as the rematch to arguably the biggest heavyweight fight we have seen in this series here. So that's pretty fun. Fun how that timing worked out there. As, Sergey Nogueira 2. I wouldn't say it's a one-fight card, because I think the card as a whole is pretty fun, and there's a lot of fun matches that are taking place on this card, but definitely that is the fight that everyone wants to see. As, we'll go through we got like 20 pieces of mail. The biggest one, we'll just start it off right off the gate. Ice Cold Igor, he failed to make weight for Bushido Osaka 7. He's taken on Forrest Griffin. He missed it by 4 pounds. He's weighing in at about 209, which is pretty crazy. He's walking around at like 230, 225. That's some weight that you should probably be able to make. He just didn't, and that's not good. That's not good. That's not good for Ice Cold Igor. And obviously, is more suited as a heavyweight as far as that's what he fought in real life. But really, when you're 5'8", like, you shouldn't be a heavyweight, even though he was an absolute savage as a former heavyweight champion here in Pride FC, and literally would go into the Hall of Fame in this series, but he has had a sharp decline. Just lost to Nate Marcotte and Shockwave. He's going to take on Forrest Griffin, which he still is going to have that fight happen. It's just going to be an open weight fight, but it's just not good. Not a good sign for Ice Cold Igor, as Mike Pyle has decided to take a hiatus, as Marcuse has returned from his hiatus. So anyway, we lose somebody, then we gain someone. As John Fitch, he's wanting a fight with Nick Diaz, wants to settle their differences. And it's probably going to happen, because Nick's facing Sakuraba at Pride FC Worldwide 17, which is the next worldwide taping. So that's probably going to happen, unless something unforeseeable happens. But they should have a, pretty close as far as the betting lines. So it should be a pretty fun fight there. That being said, it is a John Fitch fight, so you do have to prepare for that. We did sign Martin Kapman. It's Martin Kapman is, I think, in the top 10 of our welterweights. Yeah, he's 7th, which is pretty awesome. He's 10-4. Danish welterweight, as he's been pretty much everywhere as far as, well, maybe not pretty much anywhere. He hasn't been in Strike Force of the UFC, but he's been to some, big stints as far as in America. It's crazy. He was 3-3 at one point. He lost to Eric Davila, which is not a good sign if he was losing to Eric Davila, and I don't think, obviously that was a couple of years ago, but still. That's not a good sign. It is a one-round fight, though. Anything could happen in that one round. You don't have a lot of wiggle room. But, he should do pretty well in the welterweight division. He's got a lot of guys to take on, so should see how he plays out. As John Olove extended his contract, Raphael Calabante has joined Universal de Luta after leaving WMMA Jiu-Jitsu. We signed Francis Carmont, as Francis has been someone I've been wanting to sign for a while, and he's 11-3. Pretty good. I just lost, though, and but he did have a fantastic fight. You see there, really, from 2006, hasn't had a bad fight yet. It's had just nothing but good to great to fantastic fights. That's great to see. Even though he's lost, as far as he's lost 2 of his last 3 fights, it's not a good sign, but if you're putting out exciting fights, sometimes you can just get on the roster because of that. But he's beaten Josh Rafferty. Let's see who else. He's beaten Yuki Sasaki. He's beaten Jorge Rivera, Dean Lister. He's probably going to be on the smaller end of kind of the middleweights. Maybe not even ranked. I'm assuming he won't be ranked because, that middleweight division's crazy. He's someone that, wrestling Muay Thai background. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in for him and Pride FC, as Kyle Noak and Carl Luna extended their deals, as did Jackie Manson and Tobi Imada, as Ricardo Rodriguez left Death Clutch Gyms. We signed Yushin Okami, as Yushin Okami, a former UFC guy, as far as he's accomplished Judokan, has been really, he's going to be an interesting one because he's done pretty well, but also at the same time, it's like you're not taking on the same level of talent than you would be here. But he's beaten Alex Schoonover, he's beaten Ed Herman, he's beaten Dean Lister. Just some kind of names to rattle off. But really, as far as what's next for Yushin Okami, is because, he is the 18th welterweight, or 18th middleweight, excuse me, and Pride FC. That's pretty good. It's very, very good. We're kind of waiting to see what he's going to do as far as where we're going to put him. But he should be ready to go relatively soon. He already is, ready to go. He doesn't have any medical things or anything like that. We're just kind of waiting for the right opponent for him. And a lot of these cards are already booked. You kind of see just right there, everything's kind of booked up until Girl Power. So, and obviously, no one's going to be the only girls besides one title fight, just to kind of add a little umpage to that card. Everything else is just going to be nothing but girls. But yeah, he'll probably make his debut probably after that, I'm assuming, somewhere in the fall. So John Fitch is left Team Punishment. WMMA left Melted Trying Systems, and he's joined AMC Pinkerton. Of course, you want to get a new team after losing your title. As CB Dalloway extended his deal, even though we probably should send him down to rings. He's 1-1. He's taking on Tom Lawler, though. We'll see what happens there. That's another American Bushido 17 fight. As then Scott Smith, he's wanting to fight Lee Murray, which, God bless him. If he wants it that badly, we might be able to make that happen. Obviously, Murray's taking on Murray Ninja Hua up next, and then if he wins that one, he's going to move up the card. But if he loses, we might give him a Scott Smith fight, since Scott Smith wants it so badly. And then Kevin Randleman extended him, and of course the Ice Cold Igor failing to make weight note. But yeah, I think for the card as a whole, it's Hayato Sakura's making his Pride FC debut. We got Blake Frederickson and Josh Neer having a big time fight in the lightweight division, and of course the Forrest Griffin Ice Cold Eagle fight, but also Mauricio Shogun and Ryan Jensen, and Hideki Yoshida and Ken Shamrock, which Shamrock probably is going to get beat there, but we'll see. Hideki Yoshida are kind of on the same wavelength, just obviously Shamrock's had a lot more fight experience. In the prelims, Paul Daly and Dong Hyun Kim, which could be a pretty fun fight. And then Tony Ferguson making his debut against Melvin Goulart. We'll see how Tony can do here in Pride FC. As, obviously the big fight here, Big Nog and Sergey. Sergey looking to make his second defense, which, if Nogueria wins, of course, will be his second reign of the belt. They were the main event of Pride 35 Kamikaze last year, as Sergey won by split decision, which I believe that was still under the 2-round. No, it was a 3-rounder. So that's nice. At least there is, the 3-rounder possibility of this one going to distance, which it probably will. I wouldn't be surprised. But then again, Sergey just knocked out Alistair Overeem at Shockwave 2007. This is a big-time fight. Big-time fight for Sergey. 11-0 in Pride FC. Has taken on basically everyone in the heavyweight division. And Big Nog gets another crack at the heavyweight title. Two of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. Sergey is ranked 4th. Nogueira is ranked 5th. This is the 13th time that Big Nog has main event in a Pride event. 4th time for Sergey. Nogueira trains with Who's Valley Tudo, which Sergey has on a record of 2-0 against other members of that team. They both have won the majority of their fights. 4 out of the 5, and then 3 out of the 5 for Nogueira, all by decision. Yeah, this one's either going to go the distance or, really... Sergey definitely has the power, but, we can't sleep on Big Nog's standing ability. He does have some dynamite in his hands. But, yeah, this is... talk about a big-time fight. Anytime we have a heavyweight title fight, it seems like it's a big deal. And definitely will be here. That's going to be pretty crazy. As, Sergey does have the Bullet set picks 5-2. I agree with that. I would probably hedge my bets to Sergey there. As Hayato Sakura taking on George Rush St Pierre. As Hayato Sakura has finished 3 of his last 5 opponents. Sakura trains at Paresta, which GSP has a level record of 1-0 against other members of that team. Sakura is ranked 3rd in the welterweights in Pride FC. St Pierre is 5th. First time they have fought. And look at that. He's going to have a significant weight advantage, a 7-inch reach advantage. And this is just set up for George to maul Hayato Sakura. But Paul is the lone backer for Hayato Sakura. I think that's dumb money, though. I don't think GSP's losing this one. But, Hayato Sakura, 23-3-2, was a 3-time welterweight champion in UFC. Lost to Matt Hughes, then lost to Matt Hughes again, and then lost to Kara Persian the 3rd time. But, yeah, I think him and Matt Hughes will have to make that happen. That'd just be kind of fun to see. As far as Matt Hughes, look at that 50-45, just complete domination of that second fight. But the first fight, there's a 48-47, a 40... Mostly it's probably domination. It's probably just the one judge was a piece of shit. But, Yeah, I mean, it's pretty interesting. That's very, very interesting to see how he will do as far as if he beats GSP, though. I mean, the fucking sky's the limit. But if he loses, he'll probably be taking on Matt Hughes next. But yeah, he's 32 years old, kickboxing judo background, which I think is going to. That makes sense why a wrestler would probably dominate him like that. Just as far as him being a kickboxing judokan, it's not in his wheelhouse to stop some fucking wrestlers. But GSP, he's got it all. He's got all the tools of the trade to really dominate. We've just been kind of waiting. He's 6-3 in Pride FC, 16-4 as a whole. Lost to really only former champions in Dennis Hallman and now Luis Santos. But other than that, he's beaten kind of the best of the welterweight division. As far as Matt Hughes and Tetsuji Kato. He's also beaten Sean Pearson. He's beaten Jason Von Flue. So, he's done pretty well for himself. I think he's kind of hasn't hit the bar that I thought he would be. I thought he'd be, welterweight champion by now. But, he'll probably get there sooner rather than later, I'm sure. And this fight can definitely see him going in the right direction if he gets the win there. As Josh Neer and Blake Frederickson. This is the Pride debut of Blake Frederickson, as Josh Neer's finished 4 of his last 5 opponents, and Frederickson's finished 3 of his last 5 opponents. Both in the top 15 of the lightweight division in Pride FC. Frederickson's 10th, and Josh Neer's 12th. First time they have fought. Blake Frederickson will have the slight advantage, 5-2 on the Blake at staff picks, and Blake Frederickson, 14-5, was a one-time. Oh no, two-time. Oh no, that was just M1. So one-time UFC lightweight champion, one-time M1 lightweight champion. He's lost to Gleison Tebow. That's interesting. He's lost to Dean Thomas as well, but he's beaten Mitsuhiro Ishida. As far as that's pretty much it, as far as people that are in Pride FC. It's interesting. Obviously, Gleison Tebow gives people problems, but Blake Frederickson, Muay Thai Jiu-Jitsu guy. We'll see how he does it, because Josh Neer's a savage now. Josh Neer has definitely the ability to do it. As far as he won against Dwayne Ludwig in his Pride FC debut back in March. And, he's got the talent for sure. This should be an interesting fight, though. Should be. Blake Frederickson looking to make his debut a successful debut, getting the win against Josh Neer, but that's a big-time fight. It's Forrest Griffin, Ice Cold Igor. Igor's ranked 8th in the middleweights, Jesus, in Pride FC, and then Griffin's ranked 21st. Griffin's won his last 5 fights by decision. Forrest is going to have a 7-inch reach advantage. It looks like he's going to maul him. That's pretty accurate. Forrest Griffin's a savage, and Ice Cold Igor, definitely on the way down in his career. I tried to see if maybe a weight class change would help him out, because, the heavyweights are they're so tall now, and they're just ginormous. They would just give him problems for days. And, it felt like maybe a weight class change would help him. It hasn't. And he didn't make weight for this fight. We'll see what happens, though. Maybe he's got a puncher's chance. As Mauricio Shogun Hua taking on Ryan Jensen is Shogun. Has finished 4 of his last 5 opponents. Jensen's won 3 of his last 5 by decision. As first time they fought, a significant weight advantage and a 5-inch reach advantage, but somehow no one's going to back him. I would back Shogun Hua. Shogun's a savage. He's in a prime of his career, kind of getting into at 26. He's got that window of probably 26 to 32 as far as his prime goes. He just beat Andrei Simonov, which is not a big win. He hasn't really had that big win. But I think it will come, though. And I think this right here against Ryan Jensen couldn't be it. Now, Ryan Jensen he's 5-1. He's only lost to Mark Hughes, which is his debut. But he just beat Dan Henderson, which is pretty awesome. But also at the same time, Dan Henderson, not at that same level either as what he used to be. This is a big-time fight for both guys. And I would back Shogun here. I would, but that's a tough fight, though. Tough fight for both guys. And Hideki Yoshida against the world's most dangerous man, Ken Shamrock. Hideki Yoshida hasn't won in 2 years. Shamrock probably hasn't won in like 8, it seems like. He definitely he's on a 5-fight losing streak. Lost to Don Fry, too. But, you look at the talent, though. Mike Russell's a savage. Simi Chalette's a savage. Kerry Shaw, pretty good. And Jeff Monsoon, pretty good as well. But really, this is his first kind of gimme win. You can actually get the win here type of deal. I feel like he's not going to be the underdog at all. And you see the betting lines have him as a big time favorite. Just Hideki Yoshida, it's 4-5. Just lost to Velasquez, Fabrizio Verdum, and crazy got Josh Ronan after beating Bob Sapp at the heavyweight Grand Prix. He's also lost to Kazuki Vegeta, and he got head kicked by Krokop, which that was a Shockwave 2004. Hideki Yoshida, big time name, obviously, like an Olympic level Judokan, but just Ken Shamrock in the fight game. He's much different than any type of Judokan type of contest instead of an actual MMA fight. He'll probably maul him, it looks like. I did not see that coming. As Paul Daly against Dong Hyun Kim, as this is a rematch from the prelims of Shockwave from 2005. And Dong Hyun Kim won by TKO. This time around, Blurcat stat picks 4-3. With Dong Hyun Kim with the slight advantage. Paul Daly, of course, you can never count him out, which as far as what he's got in his hands. He hasn't had a bad fight yet. Him and Dong Hyun Kim is rated great. He got TKO'd in the first round, 249 in the first, and Dong Hyun Kim 3-1 in Pride FC. He's only lost to Jake Ellenberg, which was his last fight back in May of 07. Almost a year off, and he's back now, looking to get a big win over Paul Daly. And then Tony Ferguson taking on Melvin Guillard. Guillard has finished 3 of his last 5 opponents. First time they have fought. Tony Ferguson, 5-inch reach advantage, is making his pro debut, and he's got the big favorite to win this one on the betting lines. Yeah, Tony Ferguson's a savage. He's probably going to get the win here. As, Melvin Guillard, a pretty solid fighter in his own right. 9-4, he's done pretty well for himself as far as, he's 1-1 in Pride FC. He lost to Tetsuya Kawajiri, but he beat Anthony Pettis at Bushido Osaka 6 back in February. And, this is just a big-time fight. Big-time fight for Tony Ferguson making his debut. And, it's crazy how good Tony Ferguson is, even at this 20. He's only just the fight experience should play into a factor, but I don't think it will. Just Tony Ferguson seems to be so much more skilled than them. Taking a move as the referee ringside judges. Here we go. They touch gloves. Moving in as Ferguson counters with the right hand with a left hand kick to the body. As they stand and trade blows, neither fighter can do anything. As Ferguson's starting to talk trash, they meet in the center. Guillard missing with the right cross, and Ferguson comes in with the left hand on the counter. Ferguson with a kick to the leg and then hits the left hand. And then he's slipping past the right hook with a clean right hand. Yeah, there's just the reach advantage is just playing too much now. It's Ferguson again slipping past the right hook and attacks the left jab and a right hand that lands clean. He hasn't really rocked him yet, but he's definitely laying in a lot of nice shots. There's a jab and a right hook. Guillard's off target with a left jab, but lands a nice right hook of his own. Doesn't go anywhere, though, with the exchange of strikes there, as there's a left jab, but misses the right hand from Guillard, as there's a jab, but fails to land a body kick. They come together and strike. Guillard misses the right cross, leaves himself open for a counter. Ferguson attacks with a jab and a quick kick to the lead leg. Ferguson dodges the right hand counter, attacks with quick left jabs, and they're followed by a low kick that doesn't connect, though. They engage. Guillard missing the right cross, leaves himself open for a counter. Ferguson comes in with a left jab and a left kick to the body, as Guillard is slowing down just a little as he starts to get into the gas tank now. Both fighters step in and engage. As Ferguson misses the jab, it also doesn't connect to the leg kick, as Guillard doesn't find the mark with the right hook. They come together and strike. A successful feint leaves Guillard vulnerable, as now Ferguson scores the left hook to the side of the body, and then Guillard lands the left hook. Both fighters meet in the center. Ferguson dodges the right hand counter, attacks with a quick left jab and a right hand. I can't believe no one's been rocked. We're halfway into the first round. No one has even been rocked, as Guillard hits the left jab, has the right hand blocked. Doesn't connect with the left jab, but it scores with a great right hook. That was a punch, but Ferguson was equal to it. Ferguson moves in fast and shoots on Guillard, and that's a big takedown, a single leg, too. It's, oh my god, an elbow lands flush. Guillard might get TKO'd here. And there's some more elbows. They're all taken comfortably on the arms, though. And now he attempts to pass and trying to gain better position, as he can only stop him at half guard. And just trying to slow him down. Attempts to pass half guard and gain better position again. He's got side control, looking for mount. He's going to give up his back instead. The guy both thinks, well, that's all she wrote. Yeah, he's got the rear naked choke. Complete domination, it seemed like, from Tony Ferguson. But that was a good job from Melvin Guillard. At least throw a couple of punches when they were standing. He landed one good shot, but it just wasn't enough. Tony Ferguson's going to be a savage, though, in that lightweight division. Boy, oh boy. As Tony Ferguson checks all of his sponsors, then thanks all of his fans for turning out to support him. He asks who he wants to fight next. He says they'll fight whoever they put in front of him, but he thinks Clay Guida would be a particularly good contest. Yeah, that's the thing about these lightweights. Everybody's awesome, but also everybody's young, too. So now you can have, on the prelims, you can have a Clay Guida, Tony Ferguson fight that's just going to be awesome. So that's going to be fun. Paul Simtex Daily against Stun Gun Hyun Kim. As our next prelim has 3 and 2, 4 and 1, kickboxing, judo. Both guys 26, 6 foot 183 for Donghyun Kim, 5'9", 183 from Paul Daly, Nottingham, England, Seoul, South Korea. For Donghyun Kim is Team Rough House for Paul Daly, Roots for Donghyun Kim, plus 110, minus 150. Very, very close to the betting lines. We'll see what happens. Is Mark Goddard, it's our referee. Ringside judges, here we go. No touch of gloves. Draws an audible reaction from the crowd. They can't connect the sub strikes, but he hits the right cross, though, is Paul Daly. Daly throws a punch, but Kim was equal to it. Kim looks for a judo throw now. Daly maintains a good solid base. Catches Daly with a knee strike to the body there. Looking for another judo throw. He sweeps him, and now he's inside control, looking for mount. Oh, he shifts to mount, and there is probably all she wrote right there. Heavy shots are rocking Paul Daly. Daly turns to give him his back now to avoid the strikes. Yep, some more right hands. I mean, I don't know how he survived this, as now he's trying to prevent him from applying a body triangle, trying to turn him over and sweep it. He can't do it. Looking for the rear naked choke without doing the hooks in. Can't get him. Looking for it again. I don't think it's going to happen. Now he's still looking to pound away. Now he's in trouble with the strikes, trying to move him off his back. He can't. Mark Oz going to stand him back up. Interesting decision, as comes in, appears to willingly take some strikes if it means close enough to grapple with him. Those punch doesn't land, though. Kim gets a hold of him without even taking a shot. Now he's trying to push him against the ropes, looking for another, probably judo throw out to the stomp. Yep, beautiful lip to throw, and gets side control of that. I mean, Donghyun Kim is just a fucking savage. But as he blocks Daly, he tries to transition the guard, catches his breath, trying to just condense with a couple of punches to the body. Throws a few punches there and throwing in great force, trying to transition the guard. Throws a few strikes, but they're outfit him as trying to move the guard. But again, Mark Goddard again is going to stand him back up. That one I got because they weren't really doing anything there. As he looked like he was angling for a grapple exchange again. Daly fails to find home his jab, but it's a nice straight right hand now. Can't connect with the sub strikes. There's a big right hand that lands, but it is not enough to do anything to end out the round. Obviously, Donghyun Kim won that one, but I'm just surprised Paul Daly survived that onslaught in the beginning. Right into the second, Daly moves in, prepares a throw. Quick punch doesn't land, though. He lands a left hand and catches Kim with a right hook. Paul Daly's left for breathing a little deeper now. Throws a quick punch, doesn't hit it, though, and that's going to give Donghyun Kim the chance to have another judo throw. As some heavy shots get through and rock him. And now, man, some more big right hands. Powerful shots. Pounds away, but Daly is in trouble with the strikes. I don't know how Paul Daly's surviving these shots, as Mark Goddard's got to save Paul Daly at this point, as he's starting to try to get some work to get out of the half guard into a better position. Kim's too skilled, though, having passed guard and gained side control. Now looking for Kimura, doesn't allow the Kimura to be applied. Looking for the armbar now, Daly blocks that as well, looking to get from side control to mount. Can't get it, as he just rolls to give up his back instead. And that's another round for Donghyun Kim. I mean, yeah, just complete domination. Last round, Daly throws a punch as Kim was equal to it. He gets a hold of him without getting one shot when coming in. Another judo throw. Somehow that gets blocked. Looking to get him up against the ropes. That's a vicious foot stomp into the judo throw. Yet again, inside control. Looking to probably get mount. Would be my guess. And he's just throwing punches. Not really doing anything. As now Mark Goddard's going to stand him back up with a minute left. Paul Daly's definitely feeling the fatigue. Starting to lower his hands now. Kim's starting to get into the gas tank as well. Punch from Daly fails to land, which that will give Kim that chance to grab him to a clinch yet again. As they remain there for the remainder of the round, just some close quarters, dirty boxing for 30 seconds. Unanimous decision win for Donghyun Kim. Somehow Paul Daly survived it. I'm not sure how, but yeah, 5-1 for Donghyun Kim, 3-3 for Paul Daly. As Donghyun Kim gives a name check there on the roots, all of his various sponsors, all of his friends, family, and supporters asked who he'd be interested in fighting next. He says he'll fight whoever they put in front of him and thinks Dan Hardy would be a particularly good contest. It's our opener of the main show, Hideki Yoshida against the world's most dangerous man, Ken Shamrock, is 4-5 for Hideki Yoshida, 29-12-2 for the world's most dangerous man. As, yeah, I mean, that's a whole lot of fights. That's a lot of experience, minus 520 on the betting lines, which, if Frank Shamrock got basically destroyed by Don Fry, and he's coming in at a minus 520. That kind of shows you how poorly Hideki Yoshida is, as far as he's just kind of one-dimensional. And you can't be doing that. Not in 2008. The game's just changed. It's evolved so much. As Mark Artis back out there for this prelim fight. Ringside judges, we are underway. Yoshida gets in close, she grapples with Shamrock. How about that, though? I mean, he's got a nice knee to the stomach there. Let's see what's going to happen. Trying to push him against the ropes. He's still got him controlled. There's an elbow to the face out of the clinch. How about that? There's another trying to throw the elbow, but this time Shamrock tightens the clinch as he lands a few quick punches to the side of the head of Shamrock, using his wrestling to prevent any knee strikes from being thrown. And now Shamrock's landing a few quick punches to the side of the head as Marcato's going to separate him again. Come together and over-under. Manages to aggressively get a good position in the clinch, trying to muscle him against the ropes. He can't do it, though, and ends up being out-wrestled. Looking for the takedown. Yoshida blocks it. Surprise, didn't think he'd block it. Catches a knee strike to the body again. Gets out-wrestled in the grapple. Shamrock now looking to take control with a takedown. He can't get him down, though. Yoshida with some great wrestling defense here. This is crazy. So he's trying to push him against the ropes now. Does himself be driven back, and he gains dominant position. Now he's the one looking at them. They're just tick for tat here. This is a lot closer than Vegas predicted. As using wrestling skills, Yoshida's trying to push him against the ropes. He's got him up against the ropes. Another knee strike to the stomach. A knee strike inside his own knee. Looking for the knee strike, but this time Shamrock out-wrestles him and switches to now he's the one in the dominant position. As Yoshida against the ropes reverses, and now Shamrock's up against the ropes yet again. As a knee strike to the ribs. Knee strike to the thigh. Just throwing knees. And they're going to separate him. Marcato's going to restart him back into the center. Yoshida's starting to get tired. So is Shamrock. We're only 7 minutes in. We got a long ways to go, as both fighters seem to have the same idea to come together in a clinch. Yoshida is the aggressor. Wrestles into a down position in the clinch, though, is looking to muscle him backwards up against the ropes. Yoshida's not letting himself be driven back. My God. And then knee strike to the side of the stomach. Yeah, now he's got him pinned up against the ropes. Knee strike to the ribs. Trying to throw an elbow from the clinch. Shamrock stops it. Minute left. Gets a knee strike to the stomach. A knee strike to the ribs. Knee strike to the inside of the thigh. As he launches the knee strike, but Shamrock was ready for it and catches the leg and uses the wrestling to turn it around. So now Yoshida's up against the ropes. Interesting round there. I mean, I would have to give that to Hideki Yoshida. That's just crazy. He's the underdog, and he got the first round, the most important round if you want to win it. If you're going to go the distance. There's a large, deep bruise on the side. It's looking nasty and would definitely be affecting his movement. As the second round, they come together and start wrestling an over-under. Yoshida manages to get the clinch. Big knee strike to the body. Trying to muscle up against the ropes. He's got him up against the ropes. Yoshida's basically blown up at this point. Trying to use a knee from the clinch, but Shamrock blocks it. There's a quick elbow from Shamrock. And Yoshida this time returns the favor with a quick elbow of his own, as Shamrock using his wrestling skills to prevent Yoshida from throwing any elbows. Shamrock's blown up. There's a glancing elbow strike. As Shamrock's trapped against the ropes, takes a sharp stomp to the foot. Now Shamrock's up against, it's got Yoshida up against the ropes now this time. He's trying to smother him, but Yoshida reverses it. Marcato's going to start him back into the center. They get up close, start wrestling. Aggressively gets a down position in the grapple. Another knee strike to the body, trying to push him against the ropes. He's got him. A quick elbow again. Yoshida is basically blown up. As there's a knee strike to the thigh. Shamrock blocks it, now switches him around, so now he's one in the dominant position. As Yoshida's pressed up against the ropes, and he's held there by his fatigued-looking opponent. As they're just kind of gassed up against the ropes there. Another round win for Yoshida. Shamrock's going to have to finish him if he's going to want to win it. They get in close and clinch, and Yoshida's the more dominant one in the clinch. Muscles against the ropes. He's got him pinned. Knee strike to the thigh. Takes a sharp stomp to the foot. Hits a knee strike to the thigh. There's a knee strike inside his own knee. Another knee strike to the thigh. Vicious stomp. Shamrock's very tired. And there's a knee strike to the thigh. Quick elbow strike. And that is a cut from the forehead. As that is a hell of an elbow. Smothering against the ropes. Knee strike to the ribs. Another quick elbow. Marcato's going to restart him back into the center. Down position in the grapple. Big knee strike to the body. Yoshida's exhausted. As he's got him up against the ropes. Shamrock is just on the verge of exhaustion as well. As now the referee half-heartedly warning them to stay active now. As they're just going to wait it out. No, there's a reversal in the round. Yoshida by unanimous decision. I cannot believe it. What a win for Hideki Yoshida. 5-5. Ken Shamrock 29-13-2. He has lost now. That would be 6 in a row. Yep. He's going down the ring. So, you can't lose like that to Hideki Yoshida when you are a minus 520 favorite. Like, you can't. You're going down the rings. It is what it is. You're 44 years old, kids. You're not hanging up. Is kind of the big thing there. But Hideki Yoshida thanks all of his sponsors for backing him. Also thanks all of his family, friends, and supporters. Praises Shamrock for the tough fight as Mauricio Shogun Noah against Ryan Jensen. Hopefully this one picks up the pace a little bit as both guys are in the minuses. Minus 130, minus 110. Unreal. Muay Thai background for Mauricio Shogun Noah. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu background for Ryan Jensen. Omaha, Nebraska for Ryan Jensen. As, obviously Brazilian for Mauricio Shogun Noah. 6'1", 205, 5'10", 205. This should be a banger. We'll see. Mark Goddard again. Our referee, as our ringside judges, they both went in at 205 yesterday, but as they're about to fight, it's obvious Shogun's definitely fighting at like 225. Opening bell, right? As Mauricio Shogun Noah aggressively moves in, grapples with Jensen, takes a knee strike to the body. He's looking to get him on the Muay Thai clinch. He's got him. Oh my. Oh my god. A knee to the cheek, and that is all she wrote. He is knocked out. I mean, boy, oh boy, Mauricio Shogun Noah is a savage. As he gets the win in a minute with the knockout from the Muay Thai clinch, the knee into the clinch. Yeah. I mean, just a fucking savage. As Mauricio gives the name trick to everyone at Brazilian top team, all his various spots, all of his friends, family, and supporters. Now, Forrest Griffin and Ice Cold Igor. As it's a catchweight fight, thanks to Ice Cold Igor being 4 pounds over. As Forrest Griffin 6'3", 205. He's got the reach. He's probably going to fight a little heavier than that, obviously. Obviously, Igor's probably going to be about the same, too. He's probably going to be fighting at like 220, maybe 215. Mixed martial artists for Forrest Griffin, kickboxing for Ice Cold Igor. No team for Ice Cold Igor. Roof sport for Forrest Griffin. Minus 400 for Forrest. Big John McCarthy's a referee. Ringside judges. Yeah, just taller as, Forrest Griffin's got like 5 inches on him. Opening bell, they start with a touch of gloves. They stand and trade in the center of the ring. Neither fighter can land a good shot. Griffin comes in looking for the takedown, and he's got it. It's a single leg. Ice Cold Igor's just got there's a scramble after the takedown. Griffin ends up in guard, trying to pass. He gets past him, but it's only the half guard. As now he's got side control. So, throws a few strikes, clearly slowing things down so he can catch his breath. And he's trying to sweep him, but rolls too far and he gives up his back. And looking for the rear naked choke. Defends himself well, though. Blocks it and looking for it again. He's going to have to get his hooks in if he's going to want to finish Ice Cold Igor. Yep, and there's a tight body triangle. Yep, that's it. Yep. Rear naked choke win for Ice Cold. Or for Forrest Griffin as just complete domination. Igor's just in way over his head. Obviously, when you're a plus 300 underdog, but we just saw that with Hideki Yoshida, anything can happen, but that's just. He was going to be outclassed. You saw that one coming. As giving thanks, Forrest Griffin praises his team of Roof Sport, his various sponsors, and all of his fans who came out to support him. As he wants to fight next, he says it will fight anyone but that Leopoldo Zero in particular makes a lot of sense. As he gave a good account of himself there. So Josh Neer. Josh the Dentist Neer taking on Blake the Snake Frederickson. As British Columbia, Canada, Iowa, Des Moines, Iowa for Josh Neer, 5'11", 161, 5'10", 161, both 25, 26, 12 and 2, 14 and 5. Black House for Josh Neer. Greg Jackson's Mixed Martial Arts, minus 130, plus 100, very close on the betting lines. We'll see what happens. Big John McCarthy staying out there as ringside judges. Round 1 begins as 2 fighters engage with strikes with nothing significant. Lance steps in looking to unleash his Frederickson. Like there was angling for a grapple, but he couldn't take the initiative. Was Neer lands a left jab, but can't connect with the right to the body. Come together and engage. Neer misses the right hook and leaves him for a counter with a left hand. Shoulders hunch. Frederickson steadying his opponent, looking for that opportunity he needs. Both fighters step in and strike. A bit of a stalemate again, as he can't get past the great guard of Frederickson, who 2 punches were simply absorbed. Tries the right hand, but it's absorbed on the opponent's gloves. Connects with a nice jab and a right cross as Frederickson. That's a good one, too. Look, they're about to see Neer try to get some grappling started, but again, Frederickson, more aggressive, took the initiative. A left hand, but Neer evades the big right. Left jab, it again. Neer evading the big right. Coming forward, looking to force a strike exchange as Frederickson. There's a jab in the exchange, a left jab, but finds the air on the big right. Looking confident, shortening the range, he looks to strike. Neer looked like he was angling to grapple, but couldn't take the initiative. Hits a left hand, but finds the air on the big right. The 2 fighters come together and engage. As Frederickson counters with the right hand and the left hand, and the right cross that just misses. As they stand and train in the center of the ring, but neither fighter can land a good shot. Combo ended with a kick to the legs past the lane for Frederickson, as Neer is able to grab him after the missed combo. Trying to muscle him against the ropes. Frederickson isn't going anywhere, though. Looking for the trip takedown. It's unsuccessful. Nier with a good solid base, trying to get him down to the ground again. Not happening again. As Nier blocked that and takes control of the grapple. Looking to push him against the ropes, he does so. As it looks like Josh Nier definitely has the advantage grappling-wise. We'll see if he gets the takedown, too. It's unsuccessful, though. That's a good stop there. Looking for it again. Couldn't stop that one. And giving up into side control as well. Nier keeps him guessing with a few quick strikes, trying to block as he attempts to block and attempt to pull guard. As it keeps Frederickson guessing with a few quick strikes, trying to transition the guard, and he blocks that. Does Nier punching down on Frederickson. They're easily taking on the gloves, trying to pull guard. Isn't going there with that attempt either. As he throws a few strikes, clearly slowing things down so he can catch his breath. Blocks Frederickson as he transitions into guard. As he, now with no progress being made, the referee brings him back up. Moves forward constantly. Frederickson's pressuring him. Steps into the pocket, avoiding a jab on the way in. Connects with the jab, but Nier avoids the big right. 60 seconds now. Frederickson moving forward constantly, trying to pressure him into exchanging strikes. There's a counter jab. Lands a jab, then catches Nier with a right hook to the body. 1-2 from Nier was equal to it. Nier takes a chance and grabs Frederickson into a clinch. Using a nice knee strike from the grapple, catches Frederickson onto the side of the stomach to end out the round. Very, very close. I think Josh Nier, though, probably with the slight advantage thanks to the takedown and the strike, and the more strikes landed. But, you know, it really looked like Blake was doing a good job. Just, you know, once he got that takedown, it was just kind of tough. He kind of lost the round with that one. But, yeah, and we'll see what happens. A lot of fight left, though. Round 2 begins. He can't have the sub left jab. He hits the right cross, though. Gets a hold of him, does Nier. Trying to muscle against ropes. He can't defend it, though. He does not look for the trip takedown. Doesn't work. Looking for it again. Frederickson this time gets him down. Uses a nice inside leg trip, forcing the pull guard. Punching down on Nier. They're easily taking on the gloves. Nier pulls Frederickson close and scores a couple of short punches to the side of the head. Tries off a few punches that aren't throwing the great force, trying to pull him back into the guard again. But he can't. Punching down on Nier. They're easily taking on the gloves. Looking for a armbar from the bottom. Doesn't let his arm be taken, though. Not giving up his opponent any room to work with. Keeping close body-to-body contact. Throwing short strikes to the body and the head. And now looking for another armbar from the bottom, but he can't do it again. Keeping close body-body contact again. Leans back to avoid a couple of wild swings from Nier. King leans very tight to him again. As that, you know, Frederickson sees the danger. Big John McCarthy's going to stand him back up with 30 seconds, though. A few gulps of breath as Frederickson's starting to give the first inning, starting the tired touches. Nier appeared to be trying to get in close, but Frederickson took the initiative, rather, as he throws a punch, but Nier avoids it and doesn't travel his opponent in a combination in with a body kick. Nier's going to grab him into a clinch, trying to muscle up against the ropes, but Frederickson isn't going anywhere to end out the round. Yeah, I'd give that one to Blake. Blake Frederickson definitely won that round, so it's going to come down to the final round here. This is huge, as the final bell. Let's see what happens. Both fighters come together and strike. There's a left jab, it has the right hand blocked. Scores with the jab, it also kicks with the lead leg. Neither fighter lands a significant damage in the quick exchange. Misses with the head kick attempt, as he can't catch Frederickson, whose good head movement allows him to slip away from a two-punch combo. But there will get some, as Nier looked like he was about to step in and grapple. Frederickson took the initiative. Jab lands from Frederickson, can't connect with the right to the body. Two combatants meet in the center, and they start to strike. Hits a two-punch combo, the quick left and straight right. Nier's off target with a left jab, connects with a clean right hand, fails to land with a combo and with an attempted roundhouse kick to the body, gets a hold of Frederickson, not having even one shot while coming in. Using wrestling skills, Nier is trying to push Frederickson up against the ropes. He achieves it by bending up against the ropes. As Nier goes low and comes up holding a single leg, leaving Frederickson hopping in danger of getting taken down. And he's got the takedown. That's a huge takedown for Josh Nier. Puts him down hard and gets side control out of that. Fires off some punches, as now he's just going to want to maintain control here to end this round off on top, and he'll win it. For sure, winning that first round is major, and if you win the first and the third, that's automatic unanimous decision, as Nier fires off a handful of punches, each easily being blocked with gloves. Tries to transition the guard, but can't manage it. Throws a few right hands at the body, tries to transition the guard, but can't quite manage it. Big John's going to stand him up for no reason, because it's already in the fight. Josh Nier, okay, we have some controversy. Blake Frederickson with one, Nier with the second. Josh Nier got robbed, is what happened there, because I don't know how anyone would give him the third. Unreal. And the entire fight metrics, too. You see, he's got the more takedowns, he landed the more strikes. I guess it is kind of close, though, looking at it now. But even then, that's fucked up. Josh Nier got robbed. As Blake Frederickson gives a name trick to everyone at Greg Jackson's Mixed Martial Arts, all of his various sponsors, and all of his friends, family, and supporters. He says he's very happy to have won his Pride debut and is very happy to be here. It's co-main event time. Hayato Sakura against George St Pierre. 16-4, 23-3-2. 5'7", 170, 5'10", 183. A bigger, stronger. I mean, it's just, I don't see how Hayato Sakura is going to get this win. It's close though on the betting line. It's minus 120, plus 100. As the Canadian Martial Arts Center for George St Pierre, Peresta for Hayato Sakura. It's Mark Goddard again's our referee. I feel like he's reffed like everything. As ringside judges, we're underway. Start with a touch of gloves. Sakura confidently comes in closer. As appeared to be going for a takedown, but Sakura took the initiative. Throws two quick punches, but doesn't hit either of them. St Pierre comes forward, and the two fighters start trading blows. Manages a kind of jab. A jab is wide from St Pierre, but he lands a hard, low kick to the legs. As Sakura comes forward, looking to force a strike exchange. Two left hands in exchange from St Pierre. Can't connect the step strikes the scores to the right cross, though. Come together and trade leather, but neither fighter can really do anything damaging. That's a quick 1-2. Neither fighter lands a blow. St Pierre quickly shoots in on Sakura. That's a great sprawl, though. Steps away safely, too. Backing off as St Pierre hits a weak left hand. Throws two left hands and hits a nice straight right hand. Comes forward and the two fighters engage strikes. St Pierre manages a counter jab. Connects with a jab. Finds something there on the big right. Shoulders hunch. Sakura steadies the opponent, looking for the opening he needs. 1-2 from Sakura, fails the land. St Pierre hits a tentative left hand. Sakura comes in behind a flurry of three punches, although none of them actually land, and catches St Pierre with a low kick to the front leg. Looked like we were about to get another shot in from Sakura, but from St Pierre rather, but Sakura simply took the initiative first. Sakura hits a left jab, and it's a nice straight right hand as well. St Pierre, yeah, he can't stop that one, though, as he gives up side control. Knee strike to the ribs. Another knee strike to the ribs. Squirms away, preventing St Pierre to fully connect on the knee strike that time. Throws a few right hands to the body. Knee strike to the ribs. Another knee strike to the ribs. I mean, St Pierre's just a fucking animal. Keeps him guessing a few quick strikes. Lengthy stalemate. Gonna stand him back up. Two fighters stand and trade. Neither can land a significant blow in the exchange, though. Breathing hard, Sakura clinches to try to buy some recovery time using wrestling skills. St Pierre trying to push Sakura up against the ropes. St Pierre does it. Sakura is stuck with his back to the ropes. Pins him there. The other thing really happens for the next minute. They remain in close grappling exchange. Occasional short punches backed against the ropes. He can't really do anything thanks to the control that St Pierre is exerting as they exchange close quarter punches until the round ends. And that is the end of the first. Obviously all GSP. Which, I mean, I will say that. They did land 16 shots, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough for sure. Just St Pierre just mauled him. It seemed like as uses the left jab but misses the big right hand that follows up, which is that's going to give St Pierre time to grab him, looking to use his wrestling skills to try to push him against the ropes. He does so, and he's got the underhooks in, looking for the takedown, and it's a Greco-Roman slam, big time slam, and now St Pierre can just lay away and see what he can do. He's trying to sweep him, but he can't. Trying to do some small strikes for clear, just slowing things down so he can catch his breath. Powers off some punches again, easily blocked with gloves. Keeps him guessing a few quick strikes. Trying to use the underhook to try to get some quickly separation, but it's a bad idea because that's going to give St Pierre time to just grab side control. Throws a few right hands, takes a moment to plan ahead, blocks the core as he tries to transition to guard. He's a minute left, fires off a few punches. He's trying to catch his breath. There's a knee strike to the ribs, and yeah, St Pierre won that round. Last round, two quick jabs, have no power behind him at all though. Throws two punch combo, but St Pierre avoids both of them. Can't hit the step, left jab hits the straight right. For the first time, Sakura's starting to breathe a little heavier now. They come together and strike. There's just off target, but hits the jab, or he's off target with a jab, but he hits the right cross rather. Sakura hits a jab, but he has his right cross blocked. Throws some strikes and a kick to the body, but St Pierre defends them well. Two fighters come together and engage as he missing the right cross, himself open for a counter, and St Pierre attacks with a jab and a stiff head kick that's going to probably knock him out. Well, it's a knockdown at least, as he knows that it's a golden opportunity to finish the fight now. Sakura's going to get finished probably. Yep, heavy shot to heavy shot. As now referee's going to stop the fight after Sakura goes limp. And what a win for St Pierre to get the win by knockout. Pretty awesome. And yeah, I mean, GSP's a savage. Who would have guessed it? It's 17-4, 23-4-2 for Hayato Sakura. And yeah, St Pierre rising up the ranks of the welterweight division for sure, giving thanks to GSP, praises Team of Canadian Martial Arts Center for his various sponsors and all of his fans who came out to support him. St Pierre gives a show of respect to his opponent, and there's no doubt that St Pierre benefits from being interviewed. He knows the value of building a name. Our main event, Big Nog, Antonio Minotauro Rodrigo Nogueira taking on Sergey Karetnov. 19-1, 23-3, 6'3", 235. Just, Big Nog's only losses have come from Sergey Josh Barnett, and I want to say Randy Couture, yeah, from rings back in 2000. And of course, Sergey Kharitonov, his only loss was to Cyril Diabate in M1, which is just crazy that Cyril Diabate beat him, but let alone beat him pretty handily too. A minute in the first TKO from strikes. Just the names: Fedor, Barnett, Alistair Overeem, Josh Barnett not once but twice, and Big Nog once, maybe twice tonight, and he's beaten Alistair Overeem twice. Big time win. Big time win after big time win for Sergey, and whoever wins this one's taking on Crow Cop at Shockwave. So that's going to be an interesting fight. Now, if it's going to be Big Nog and Crow Cop, you have the striker versus grappler, and if you have Sergey versus Crow Cop, that's pretty peak. We'll see what happens. Red Devil Sport, Who's Valley Tudo, both guys -1 in the minuses, but the challenger, Big Nog, -150, has the advantage. Both guys have a boxing background. Jiu-jitsu, Sambo, though. It's crazy. We'll see what happens. Heavyweight title on the line. Mark Goddard again is our referee. Round 1 begins as Sergey deliberately doesn't touch gloves to start it off. The two fighters engage with strikes. Neither fighter can land anything. There's a left jab. It misses the big head kick attempt to follow. Sergey comes forward. Two counter left hands from Nogueria. There's two quick punches. It doesn't hit either of them, though. But now he's looking to angle up the grapple, but he couldn't take the initiative. As Nogueria can't connect the step strikes, but it hits the nice straight right hand, though. That is a cut underneath the eye of Sergey. It's a big-time strike for Big Nog. As both fighters engage, there's a quick punch. Throws 3 quick punches. 2 of them land, but fails on the hook to the body, though. As Sergey scores the 2 punches out of a sudden flurry, but Nogueria slips past the right hand. 10-half jab from Sergey lands. Can't connect with the jab, but scores to the right hand. Jab hits home from Nogueria, then scores to the right cross. The boxing on display from Big Nog. Sergey still wanting to grapple, but he can't take the initiative because Big Nog is just lighting him up with strikes. Nogueria hits the left jab, but Sergey avoids the big right. Without taking too much damage, Sergey's able to clinch with him, trying to muscle him against the ropes. He can't do it, though. And now Nogueira's trying to suck him down to the guard. Wow, he sucked him down to the guard. I don't know if that's such a good idea, though. Looking for the arm. Sergey defends it. Fires off a handful of punches, easily blocked. As now Sergey continues to throw a couple punches to the body, throwing some minor strikes, fires off a few punches, trying to get another armbar from the bottom. Can't have that happen either. Trying to pound on Nogueira, but all the blows come to dealt with. The third time is the charm. No, and Sergey again doesn't allow it. Now they're going to stand him back up. Throws an attempt hook to the body, but doesn't connect. Comes in and grabs Nogueira in a clinch, trying to wrestle him against the ropes. He does so, got him pinned. As now Sergey bleeding, Mark Goddard's going to pause the fights, check on the cut. It's not too much of a problem. They're going to restart it. They engage, and missing past the right hook gets kind of the great right hook. As he can't connect with the jab, and it connects it clean with the right hook. Sergey's able to get up on him again, trying to push him up against the ropes. Doesn't seem to be driven back, though. He's trying to wrestle Nogueira backwards against the ropes. Doesn't seem to be driven back either. Is Nogueira. Nogueira has been perfect this first round. He can't move him. He can't outstrike him. It's just been all Big Nog so far. Trying to wrestle him up against the ropes. He does so. Got him pinned there. There's a knee strike just above the hip. Nogueira trying to hit Sergey with a knee strike, but Sergey takes the opportunity to switch him around, so now he's the one in control. So Sergey can maybe do something with 50 seconds left. He's looking for the trip. He's got him, but it's not going to be enough to win the round. Just with the damage done, the strikes land. Well, then again, you see there, because of Big Nog sucking him into the guard, Sergey actually has landed more strikes. That's going to be an interesting one now, because Big Nog was really in control that whole round. But if you look at the fight metrics, because of the way he sucked him into the guard, he didn't do like a takedown, it looks like Sergey won the round. That's interesting. That might cost him. That's going to be interesting. A second round, they come together and strike, counters a body shot with the left hook to the body. Sergey looking for the takedown. He's got it. Nogueira's on his back. Oh, but the neck was exposed, looking for the guillotine. Gets free of the guillotine, though. Didn't have it locked in tight enough. Pounds away with rights, fails to land anything significant. It isn't pretty, but a single underhook allows Nogueira to force his way back to his feet. That's a hell of a job there. Now both fighters are on their feet, wrapped up in a clinch, trying to muscle up against the ropes. He can't do it. Nogueira's now still trying to get pushed back up against the ropes. He can't do it, and Nogueira's finally got dominant position in the grapple. It's got him stuck against the ropes. Can he get a takedown here? 30 seconds. They see some close quarters, dirty boxing. Launches an elbow strike. Sergey's ready for it, though, and using some wrestling to turn him around. Minute left. Oh, man. Sergey's going to get another takedown. Unreal. holding on to a loose face, like, front lock, and now looking for a sock kick, but Nogueira springs back up fast so he can back off now. Nogueira's starting to slow down, throws a punch, but Sergi avoids that, now he's able to grab him again. Is he going to get another takedown in the round? No, it's going to be the time there. That's, man, not good. Not good for Big Nog. Just, man, not a great round. After you probably, because of the fight metrics, it looks like you lost the first round. You definitely lost that round. Not good. Comes down to the final round, and Sergi, high speed, comes in with a takedown. Great spot from Nogueira. Aggressively moves in, risk taking some strikes for that chance to get some grappling started, as jab is wide, and then hits the straight right hand, and he reopens that cut underneath the eye of Sergi. Gets hold of him without taking too much damage, though. Now it's knee strike to the body. Trying to wrestle against the ropes. He can't do it, though. Nogueira gets a more dominant position in the grapple, trying to wrestle him, so he's backwards against the ropes. He does so. He's kind of stuck against the ropes, looking for the trip. He's got it. As Nogueira gets side control off a superb outside leg trip. Throws some small strikes. Clear, just taking a moment to catch his breath. Sergi tries to transition to guard, but he can't quite manage it. Inside control, begins to try to get mount. He rolls on and give up his back instead. He's going to try to go for the rear naked choke, but with no hooks in, you're not going to tap out Sergi. Oh, he's got the body triangle. We might have a new heavyweight champion right here, and we do. Big Nog does it in the rematch. Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira is your heavyweight champion once again, 19-2. Sergey Krutnov gets his first loss in Pride FC to Big Nog. What a fight, though, 24-3. What a win for Big Nog. And what a fight. And I mean, just, that would have been a weird one to see go the distance, because I would have had Big Nog winning the first and third round, but I'm happy because the fight metrics would have had him losing the first, I'm sure. Because you just kind of look at it and you're just like, well, what the fuck did he do? But it's like, well, actually, he was dominating the fight. Then he sucked them into his guard. But that needed the eye test, is what that one needed, that first round. But yeah, good win for Big Nog. He might have got robbed if he didn't finish him there. So that was huge, huge win. Your new heavyweight champion, 2-time heavyweight champion, and Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira is giving thanks. Praise the team by Roos Valley Tutos, various sponsors, all the fans who came out supporting him. He says winning the Pride Heavyweight title is unbelievable. It's a great moment in his career to back-to-back, 2 wins, 2-time heavyweight champion, a 69 critical rating. I'll take it. It could have been a little bit better, but 14,000 in Osaka, though. It's a lot of people. Increase the pop everywhere. I'd say all in all, a successful show. Performance bonuses, for Big Nog, GSP, and Mauricio Shogunova for the fucking crazy knockout. We're feeling generous tonight. We still made $5 million. Big Nog made $1 million, though. That's pretty fucking awesome. That's pretty great. As thank you all for watching. As we'll catch you guys next time for what will be a Pride FC Worldwide. I want to say that's 18 or 17. Either way, it's one of the worldwide shows are coming up. But I mean, the big landscape-changing event there. Big Nog is again the heavyweight champion of the world. He's going to be taking on Crow Cop at Shockwave, which that's going to be pretty awesome. And then we'll also have, GSP is looking to get a rematch with Luis Santos in the welterweight division. Luis Santos, he's going to be taking on, I want to say it's John Alicio. I want to say it's a rematch. Maybe it's not a rematch, though. I'm forgetting who he's facing, but he's taking on someone at the Girl Power show for the welterweight title. No, it's Damian Maia. That's right. Damian Maia and Luis Santos is on that card, and that's a big time, to see whoever wins that one will probably be taking on GSP at Shockwave. That's probably going to be the main and co-main, if I had to guess. But yeah, Pride FC Worldwide 17. What a main event. Murder Ninja Hua. Lee Murray, you've got some high-level fighters in that main event, and that's a hell of a main event for a TV taping, too. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, that's arguably better than the American Bushido 17 main event of Wanda Baraka and Dean Thomas. But yeah, we'll catch you guys there for Pride FC Worldwide 17. Take care, everyone.